1857. The Turnan's Cottage in Northampton Park.
The summer didn't go the way I planned it. I searched for work and came up empty-handed. I did my woeful widowette, my pleas fell on deaf ears. I thought we need a miracle to shift our stalled careers. But daughters, gather round, your mama has some news. I found an opportunity too splendid to refuse. Have you heard about the play, The Frozen Deep?
Who hasn't? A melodrama by a couple of posh wankers, Mr. Charles Dickens and Mr. Wilkie Collins, scribblers slumming it as showfolk, and not a proper actor in the cast, just friends and family.
Really lovely, though. Extravagant sets and costumes and bespoke music by Signora Francesca Berger. I saw it.
You didn't?
I did.
Well, we'll leave it to you to find a ticket to the show that's been the talk of London this summer.
Ah, but here's the thing. They've decided to produce it again. A benefit in Manchester to raise money for the family of poor Douglas Gerald, the playwright.
Oh, yes, I heard he died. Someone's died.
Oh, finally, here. And I got an inquiry from Mr. Dickens. Might we consider allowing him to engage us in with our professional services as actresses for a week in Manchester? Yes, a week in Manchester. It's work for all of us with Mr. Dickens and his crew. A week in Manchester, a handsome salary, and they provide per diem too. I had begun to think we're cursed, but now we're through the worst, our luck's reversed. Pack your frocks, opportunity knocks, a week in Manchester, we're on our way.
Oh, Mama, it sounds marvelous. But how on earth did Mr. Dickens find us?
Well, he asked Mr. Wigan at the Olympic for a recommendation, and Alfred sent him along to me.
Bless his heart.
I told him we come as a package, the Ternan family, a mother and her 3 daughters, experienced women of the theater. Oh, Mariah, you'll play the heroine, Clara.
Oh, she has a lovely weepy scene at the end.
And I'll play the Scottish nurse, of course.
And what about me, Mama? Is there a proper part for me?
For you, little sister, the infant phenomenon.
I am the only one of us working right now. A silly trousers roll, kiddie stuff.
As a matter of fact, Nelly, you'll be playing Eliza, the ingenue in Uncle John. That's the farce by Mr. Buckstone they're presenting as an afterpiece.
There, you see.
And me.
Well, I'm going to need your help with the costumes, of course. There's going to be plenty to do.
Mama.
Oh, now, Fanny, it's a week in a lovely hotel, travel, and all meals provided.
Sounds like paradise. Sounds like hell. Fanny, be nice.
No.
Listen to me now.
A week in Manchester. My God, what agony. The town's a God-forsaken zoo, beset by amateurs, all egomaniacs. On stage they haven't got a clue. They're only there to drink and flirt, to chase a bit of skirt and do the dirt. There's no way I'm gonna go away. A week in Manchester, not happening, boo. You know, those literary lads have a reputation. A little too friendly, if you ask me. And that farce, Uncle John, it's all about a creepy old dude who lectures after his niece. Beg your pardon, Uncle John. What's that hard on you've got on? Oh, goodness gracious, it's bodacious. Careful, Uncle John. Ah!
Fanny, don't be vulgar.
Is this my chance to sparkle? Is this my chance to shine? I
many years I've been a gaslight fairy. I yearn to be the ingenue with golden curls and a heart that's true. The very sort of thing I was born to do. My success is truly necessary. I'll be there for all to see. Not invisible. Every eye will be on me.
Maybe Signora Berger will write a song for us.
This is our chance to sparkle. Sparkle. This is our chance to shine. Shine, shine. Here's where I start to make my art a proper part I can combine. No more hiding in the shadows, waiting to be seen somehow. The stars align, the fates were kind. Yes, it's our moment.
A couple of daft dreamers, the two of you.
Islington will be miserable with the summer heat beating down. We should sally forth to somewhere further north. Life's better when you're out of town. It's just a week, it's just a gig, but it could lead to something big. A week in Manchester, that's just ridiculous. Oh, Fanny, must you always whine?
The opportunity sounds rather promising. The perfect chance for me to shine.
Now, darling, go ahead and scoff. You might just meet a toff and hit it off. Come on. We'll make a go of it. We'll make a show of it. Where it may lead, we just don't know. Fun and frivolity, a week of jollity, hanging with no quality. A week in Manchester.
Sound like a plan, sister.
All right, I'll go. Yes, a
We're
week.
off to Manchester.
We're off to Manchester. Come on, let's go.
I said I'll go.
Come on, let's go.
She said she'll go.
Come on, let's go. Let's pack our bags and go.
The stage of the Free Trade Hall of Manchester.
Mrs. Frances Ternan, as I live and breathe, welcome to Cottonopolis.
What an honor, Mr. Dickens.
I trust the Great Western has given you a proper taste of Mancunian hospitality.
It's absolutely lovely. Thank you for making those arrangements.
Absolute necessity. Only the best for artistes like yourselves.
Oh, Mr. Dickens, my daughters. This is my eldest, Fanny. And here's Mariah.
I loved The Frozen Deep when I saw it in London.
Picture perfect for Clara. I trust you can summon some tears for the climax, dear Mariah.
Oh.
Stay before the customers.
Capital. And this, could this ravishing creature be Miss Ellen Turner?
Oh, please, call me Nelly. Everyone does.
Or perhaps the infant phenomenon, as she's known to those who know her best.
Fanny.
Splendid. You've read Nickleby, then?
Oh, all your books, sir. You're a national treasure.
God bless us, everyone.
My goodness, here you are, the Ternan family. 4 fearless females facing the future. What a brave and talented lot you are. What a pleasure it will be to work with professionals like yourselves. We mustn't waste another minute. Forgive me, but we are short on time, and we were to begin rehearsal a few minutes ago for Uncle John.
Oh, of course, Mr. Dickens, whenever you're ready.
Now, you and your daughter enter downstage left, Mrs. Ternan. Miss Ternan, your script?
No need.
Outstanding! What a trooper. I'll prepare for my entrance upstage, right? Senora Berger, may we have some of that music, please, for the scene with Mrs. Hawk?
One's wedding day is a day for thoughts, and very serious ones too.
I'm too happy to have any serious thoughts. No, I was thinking that when I am married, I shall be your aunt. Bless me, how odd to think that I should be your aunt. Never mind, I shall behave very well to you. You shall find me to be a very good aunt, I assure you. Where is my dear friend?
Your dear friend.
I forget. I must break myself of that term now. Your uncle has been so kind to me from my infancy that I have always called him my dear friend. When I was a girl, he used to call me his little woman. When I grew older, I was his pretty protégée. And now I have grown up and he calls me his intended. Here he is!
Ah, my little woman!
My dear friend!
Oh, no, I'm not to be your dear friend now. I'm to be your husband. You must call me John. Dear John at home, plain John in company. I hate to see married people deering and ducking one another in public.
It's very absurd.
They always fight at home, don't they,
I
niece?
should presume they do.
Well, now, give me a kiss.
Excuse me, can we stop for a moment? I'm afraid I must ask you, Mr. Dickens, how do you propose we handle this kissing business?
An excellent question. I defer to your judgment. What would be most appropriate?
Perhaps, Nelly, if you were to offer your cheek to Uncle John, and then Mr. Dickens, if you were to place your face next to hers and kiss the air, and then after which Eliza reacts, you see, it's the reaction that sells that kiss.
Ah, capital. Very good, then. Shall we continue? Pooh, do as I like. Now there's a kiss for you, eh? That's the way. No turtle biting and mincing the matter for me. I like a good hearty sounding smack, one that you can hear a mile off. Then, if I'm not mistaken, there's a song.
Yes.
Goodness gracious, Uncle John, what a kiss, what a bus. When we're married, promise me you'll always kiss me thus. Once your pretty protege, soon I'll be your wife. And I've got to have those kisses every day of my life.
She simply has to have those kisses every day of her life.
Beg your pardon, Uncle John, won't you kindly lead me on? Goodness gracious, you're flirtatious, careful, Uncle John. Mr. Dickens, are you okay?
Perfectly fine. It wouldn't be a proper farce without a bit of rough and tumble, would it? Carry on. Finish the number while I find someone to mend these trousers.
Miss Ternan, 2 bars before rehearsal K, please. 1, 2.
Once your pretty protege, soon I'll be your wife. And I've got to have those kisses every day of my life.
She simply has to have those kisses every day of her life. And the next day, the curtain comes down on the performance of The Frozen Deep.
We're a hit, a week in Manchester. Think I'm a third sister. On with the show, on with the show.
I told you so.
Mom.
In London, I will now read from my novel Nicholas Nickleby, but the Ternan family is never far from my mind. Nicholas found himself upon the stage of the Portsmouth Theatre, among bare walls, dusty scenes, mildewed clouds, and dirty floors. He looked about him, ceiling, pit, boxes, gallery, orchestra, decorations of every kind. All looked coarse, cold, gloomy, and wretched. "Is this a theatre?" whispered Smike in amazement. "I thought it was a blaze of light and finery." "Why, so it is," replied Nicholas, hardly less surprised. "But not by day, Smike, not by day." At a small mahogany table sat a stout, portly female, apparently between 40 and 50, in a tarnished silk cloak, with her bonnet dangling by the string in her hand and her hair braided in a large festoon over each temple. Mrs. Vincent Crummles.
I'm very glad to see you, sir.
Said Mrs. Vincent Crummles in a sepulchral voice.
I'm very glad to see you and welcome you as a promising member of our corps.
Just then, there bounded onto the stage from some mysterious inlet a little girl in a dirty white frock with short trousers, pink gauze bonnet, and curl papers, who turned a pirouette, cut twice in the air, turned another pirouette, and extended her hand to Nicholas.
This, sir.
Said Mrs. Vincent Crummles, bringing the maiden forward.
This is the infant phenomenon, Miss Ninetta Crummles.
She's a phenomenon. She's a phenomenon. She's a phenomenon. She's a phenomenon. Here she is, the infant phenomenon. She's an uncommon one, wouldn't you say? See her caper and cavort. The papers report that she's really a sport. Now on stage, the infant phenomenon. Give a dirty debutante a hand. She'll be nice for a price. You don't need to ask her twice. She's yours to command.
Your daughter? Inquired Nicholas.
My daughter.
Replied Mrs. Vincent Crummles. She must be quite a natural genius, said Nicholas.
Quite,
Mrs. Crummles stopped. Language was not powerful enough to describe the infant phenomenon.
She must be seen, sir. Seen to be ever so faintly appreciated.
See her scamper, see her twirl. Can it be she's just a girl? Heaven knows it's hard to resist her. Hear her giggle, hear her squeal. Everything you see is real. Think of how you'll feel once you've kissed her. Kiss her. Now on stage, the infant phenomenon. Give our dainty debutante a hand. She's got art. She's got heart. She's a captivating tart. She's yours to command, honey. Our girl's yours to command.
Just then, the infant phenomenon looked off at the opposite wing, shrieked, bounded forward to within 6 inches of the footlights, and fell into a beautiful attitude of terror. As a shabby gentleman came in, chattering his teeth and fiercely brandishing a walking stick.
They are going through the Indian savage and the maiden. Oh, very good. Go on, go on. This is the little ballet interlude. Go on.
The manager clapped his hands as a signal to proceed, and the savage, becoming furious, made a slide towards the maiden. But the maiden avoided him in 6 twirls and came down at the very end of the last one upon the very points of her toes. This seemed to make some impression upon the savage, who seemed struck with admiration of the maiden's beauty. Dear maiden, see how I gaze at you, too beautiful to be true. Deep within, my savage heart begins to stir. Are you some kind of sorceress? You have me in your spell. What kind of creature are you? What is your secret? Pray tell. Phenomenon. What is this dream my mind is fixed upon? Here in my fantasy she lingers on. She's never gone, the infant phenomenon. Acting upon the impulse of this passion, he, the savage, began to hit himself severe thumps in the chest and to exhibit other indications of being desperately in love. What do you see when you look at me? Some kind of savage, I fear. A beast who wanders the woods some nights, a creature of primitive appetites. Phenomenon. What is this dream my mind is fixed upon? Here in my fantasy she lingers on. She's never gone, the infant phenomenon. Thomas, pack my bag and tell Mrs. Dickens I am going to Doncaster.
Royal in Doncaster mid-play a few weeks later.
You can't be serious.
I saw him house left beaming down at us from his box.
Dickens in Doncaster. It makes no sense.
Oh, girls, you'll never believe it. Mr. Dickens is here at the Theatre Royal with his friend Wilkie Collins.
I told you it was him.
He just sent word via the house manager asking if he might call at our hotel tomorrow morning to pay his respects to our Nelly.
A man of genius, most exquisite. Why would he deign to pay us a visit?
Am I not worthy of a great man's attention?
The most famous scribbler in all of Britain might just be a wee bit smitten.
It's not so hard to guess his intention. Though it's one I'm quite too polite to mention.
Just because we're actresses doesn't mean we're for sale.
He has something to suggest.
A proposal to propose.
He has something up his sleeve.
What it is, though, heaven knows.
Why is he coming here to see us? What does he expect to find? What the Dickens is he up to? What on earth is on his mind?
put you on a chicken slab, not if I were you. What the dickens are you up to? The very next morning.
Good morning, Miss Ternan. And Mrs. Ternan. Good morning to you as well. I trust you're fed and rested. I have a proposition for the two of you. May I take you for a ride? We could wander far and wide, up and down the countryside, and see where this road takes us. Can I take you for a spin, somewhere that you've never been? Hurry up, come on and get inside. What a perfect day to take a ride.
Why, Mr. Dickens, surely you have better ways to spend your day.
Things have gotten too routine. I could use a change of scene. Get away to someplace green. The open road is calling. It's a lovely autumn day, perfect for a getaway. It'd be a crime to stay inside. Such a perfect day to take a ride. Of course, we'll bring a chaperone. It wouldn't do to be alone with you. Your mama should come. There's room for 3. She shouldn't have to miss a day of perfect bliss. Right then, all aboard. Miss Ternan, mind you, don't soil those lovely lilac gloves. Everyone in? Mrs. T, are you quite comfortable?
Yes.
Well then, tally-ho!
Mr. Dickens, this is very generous of you. What a splendid carriage.
You deserve no less after your splendid performance last night. The pet of the petticoats, one of Buckstone's better efforts, I must say. Of course, I have a sentimental attachment to his Uncle John, the occasion of our first encounter.
If only I could speak of him with the same easy familiarity. Alas, I know him only by his reputation. And his words, of course.
Ah, yes. His sparkling dialogue ascends the very heights of low comedy.
He does seem to have a nose for what audiences enjoy, farces and musicals.
You do well to spend a season under his employment. I hear the Haymarket is thriving under his new management.
That would be lovely. Of course, a dream come true. But it's hard for a young lass like me to get the attention of London management. Hard enough to get a week here at Doncaster.
I'd be honored to provide you with an introduction. We have some mutual friends.
Really?
Well, London's just another small town, at least in theatrical circles, and a talented lass like you could go far there, I dare say.
Oh, Mr. Dickens, I do love it so. It's the family business, of course, and I know it isn't always magical, but oh, when it is, I am transported, I am transformed, I can go, well, wherever my imagination takes me.
What spirit, what talent, what joie de vivre! Mrs. Ternan, you must let me introduce your daughter to Buckstone at the Haymarket. Ladies, you're a brave little band. What you're doing is grand, I quite admire it. Ladies, I know life can be rough. There's never enough to make ends meet. I can be a trusted friend. Try to think of me as Uncle Charlie. I'd be honored just to lend a hand.
That would be most kind of you, sir.
Now then, now that we've settled that, are you an enthusiast of the turf? I propose we make our way to Town Moor and visit the St. Letter races today, if that prospect appeals to you. What say you? Are you feeling lucky?
Ever so lucky.
Oh, little lilac gloves and a charming little bonnet, making in conjunction with her golden hair quite a glory in the sunlight. Why anything? Why why anything at all, but you and me, and everlasting autumn sunshine. Such a sparkling Yorkshire day, autumn colors on display, simply take my breath away, the countryside is shining. This is why the world was made, soon enough it all will fade, carpe diem man and maid. I could not be happier if I tried, such a perfect day to take a ride.
1859.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. It was the epic of belief. It was the epic of incredulity. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair.
Miss Ellen Lawless Ternan. We're a highly respectable family. I'll say it proud and plain. No daughter of mine will ever play the role of a demi-mondaine.
But the life on the stage is a rough life. To brave a bit smooth is no crime.
I've got to provide for our family. Why pass up a chance of a lifetime?
I got this, Mom, I got this. Got the situation under control. Got my mind locked in on the road. I got this, Mom, I got this. I'll untangle all the tangles as I work out all the angles. It's a job that I enjoy, just like playing with a toy. In the end, he's just a boy, and I know what boys like. Someone flirty, talking dirty, not much chatter, except to flatter. I know how to mesmerize when I look into his eyes. Watch me as I take control, wrap my hands around his soul. Lawless, that's my little name. Lawless, baby girl's got game. Fearless, that's the way I try to be. Though she's just a child, baby girl is wild and